Alright, hey, it's Meg here, and we're shooting a Alta Redshift SM39 video today, alright, and what I got going on today is we're going to change the handlebars, alright. My buddy Errol hooked me up with these handlebars at the last NNKC Supermoto event, and I told him, yeah, you know, I kind of don't like the handlebars on this bike. I'm not a big fan of the handlebars, the stock handlebars that come with the Redshift, okay. I feel that they're too straight and they're too long, they're too wide. Okay, so and then rather than mess with it, I think I want to go with another bar, alright? And that's what I was telling him. And then so he had these handlebars lying around, and he hooked me up with them. So there we go. Thanks, Errol. All right. Well, we'll take a closer look at them. Like I said, the reason I wanted to change the handlebar is it's too straight and it's too long. All right. I'm not really a big fan of straight bars. I like a little bit of sweetback. All right. That's what I'm gonna say. So, and Hades Mega's having a real hard time steering this bike. All right. It just doesn't feel natural when I'm going around the corners. It feels like it doesn't want you to turn the handlebar. Okay. And to turn the bike, you have to counter steer the bike, all right? And I feel like I'm just not getting that with these bars, all right? Maybe it's my technique or something, or I'm not sitting right on the bike or something, but ever since I've got this bike, I've had a whole lot of trouble steering it, all right? And hopefully these handlebars will solve it, okay? And so there's a couple things I like about this bar. This is the same bar that's on my KLX 140, all right? And I've been riding my KLX 140 for a long time, and except the one of my KLX 140 is a 7/8 inch bar. This is a 1 1/8, all right? So this is fatter at the base and skinnier at the controls, all right? So this is but it's compatible with what's on the Redshift right now. What I do like about it is, yes, it does have some sweetback. It's narrower, all right? And I'll show that to you guys in a second. And it's got some rise. This is a Protaper contour is what it's called, and it's a ATV high bend. Okay, so I don't know. I know on ATVs they got these really high handlebars. This does not seem that high, guys. I don't know, but I kind of compared it to the one that's on my KLX, and this one is actually lower. It's lower than the one that's on the KLX. And it doesn't have a crossbar, obviously. The 7/8 one has a crossbar, and it's actually a little bit longer than the one that's on the KLX. All right, but it's shorter than the one that's on this bike. Okay, so hopefully by shortening the handlebar and giving me a little more sweep, will make it easier for me to ride this thing. Okay, I'm just having a hard time counter steering this bike, guys. And then another good thing is it's a ATV high bar. All right, so it's a little bit higher than stock, I think. When I get both bars off, we'll compare them, all right? But yeah, this bar should be slightly higher grip than what's on the bike right now. And I was just saying, you know, it would be nice if the handlebar's okay where it's at, but it would be nice if it's just a little bit taller, all right? And well, there you go. That's what this accomplishes. And also, we don't have to put like a riser or anything, and I don't think it's going to affect the brake lines, okay? Cool deal. All right. Yeah, let's take a closer look at it, and then we'll go install it. Okay, so here's the bar in question. Let me turn my light on here. Okay, so you guys can see a little better. All right. So this is what it looks like from the back. All right. It's a ATV high. All right. It's made by Protaper. Funny things, all the stickers are messed up on my KLX. Alright, but yeah, there you go. It says Protaper there. It has the marks where the clamps are supposed to be already, so well, I don't know, the clamps might be in a different place, whatever bike this was on before. Yeah, so this is a contour bar, so you can see it's thicker where it mounts, but it gets thinner up here. Okay, so that's what a lot of more of the high-end bikes use. Okay, Ace Mega has a lot of bikes with 7/8 handlebars. And I think what that allows is it makes the bar stronger, but it also lets it flex. All right, so it adds some flex to it. Yeah, so there it is. You can kind of compare it to the stock one. All right, it's almost the same, but it's like it sweeps back more. All right, for sure, and it's narrower. Let's go do some measurements. Okay, I want to do some measurements. So like I said, Hayes Mega thinks that if I get a shorter handlebar, this bike will be easier to ride. I just feel like these handlebars are too wide for the bike. The bike is really narrow, but the handlebars are really wide. Also, it makes splitting lanes on this thing kind of a bitch, okay? So I would like to get a little bit short. And if I don't like it, we can always put the stock one back on. All right, so. But yeah, there we go. So this is 32 from end to end, all right? And if I measure this one here, okay, it's about 30 and a half end to end where I'm measuring it. Okay, so you're going from 32 to 30 and a half. I'm gonna cut it down about 1.5 inches, all right? And then I found out the one on the KLX is actually even shorter. It's like 29 and a half. So we could still cut this down a little bit if we wanted to, okay? But this is already shorter than this one. I think I want to give it a go without any kind of modifications on it. We're just gonna put it on just like this. Okay, so yeah, Hades Omega is gonna go ahead and change it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Well, actually, I will take the old bar off, and then we'll compare the two real quick before I put the new one on. Okay. But yeah, this is just my vlog on what's going on with the Redshift, right? And hopefully these handlebars will make it easier for me to ride this bike, because I'm having a hell of a time riding it. All right. Look at that, man. There's nothing on those handlebars. All right, there it is. So all the stuff is just hanging off the sides here. I don't think they want you to do that, but it's okay. The hardest one to get out was the throttle. All right, I had to disconnect it. It's this rectangular connector down here. All right, I have to disconnect that and then just pull it up. Then I got to somehow fish it back in there when I put it back, okay? Other than that, it was pretty straightforward. I think the brake one is the next one hard to get off because it's got so much junk attached to it, man. Yeah, the grips were easy to get off. Yeah, the other grip was easy to get off. And then there's just the hand guards, and then all this stuff unscrews pretty easily. You just unscrew it and then it unclamps it, and then you just take it out. Pretty simple. All right, so all we got to do is take the bar out now. Okay. And we just got to undo these 4 bolts, and it should just come right out, right? And yeah, man, this brake line is super. Oh, okay, wait, we can move the brake up there. I forgot the brake is loose now. So let's put the brake. Oh, there's the brake switch too, man. How annoying, dude. I'm not gonna lie, the handlebar is kind of crowded. All right, that's the way it comes stock, guys. And there's not a whole lot of room underneath the adjusters. Hopefully there'll be a little more room with the new handlebars. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go unbolt this, and that should come right out. Okay, there it is. So yeah, getting the clamps off, man, these were on there pretty tight. I had to use quite a bit of torque to get it out. There's a red Loctite. It looks like a red Loctite. That looks like what was on there. However, according to the manual, you're supposed to put a blue Loctite. All right, so that's definitely like a red or pink color, man. That looks like a red Loctite. I don't think you're supposed to put the red Loctite on that, man, but it came off, so good thing it didn't take the threads with it, man. Anyway, so here's the old bar and a new bar right on top of each other. All right. I don't know if they're lined up properly. As you can see, the Protaper handlebar is narrower, all right, by like an inch, like about a little more than half an inch on each side. All right, so that gives us a total. It's like an inch and a half shorter than this one. Okay, it looks like actually this one looks like it goes out more. See, it tapers less than this one, but it goes up much more. Okay, so there's definitely more rise to it. Okay, let's put it on top of each other. Okay, Heesmega's actually never heard of Nikken before. Okay, I know it's kind of a popular brand, but Heesmega is more used to using like Protaper, Renthal, you know, that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can get these. Okay, there's our two bars next to each other. I'm gonna rotate them forward so they look normal, right? Man, these are kind of heavy. Okay, they're right next to each other, so you can definitely tell this one is higher. All right, the sweep is higher. It's almost twice as high. Okay, yeah, there's a good like inch almost. We're gonna get an inch of height. All right, and we're gonna lose width. All right, we're gonna lose about an inch of width, which is good. That's what I wanted. All right, and then the sweep is roughly the same actually. So it sweeps back a little. Yeah, there's a little more sweep back, just a teeny tiny bit more sweep back, but not a whole lot, guys. So they're still pretty straight. All right, but maybe we can play around with, you know, the angle of the bar, tilt it forward or tilt it back. Might make it feel a little different. All right, maybe that's what we should have done with the other bar, but I feel like this is a better bar. Okay, and that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and install this, and then yeah, that'll be it. So I think it took me like probably a little more than half an hour to take this out. All right, I had to cut the zip ties. I didn't know how to undo them. They're kind of some special zip ties. I tried to stick a screwdriver in there and take them out, but couldn't get them to come out. So we're just going to use regular zip ties from now on. Okay. All right, I'm going to try to install it just like we did the other one. Okay. Hopefully the handguards install properly. I have a feeling this will be a better bar. This is the same bar that's on my KLX. All right, except it's a 1 1/8. Cool. All right, thanks, Errol. They're going on now. Okay, if you guys were wondering what a cafe racer kind of, or a clubman, if you were to put like a clubman bar on your Alta Redshift, that's what it would look like, guys. So that's one trick that you could do, is just flip the handlebar and it'll lower. It'll be kind of like a clip-on sorta. So if you were to have like a clip-on like right here, it would lower the handlebar. Unfortunately, you can't do it because it hits the. You would need a straight bar. You could probably do it with the stock bar. If you flipped the stock bar and made it lower, you could probably do it. But this one is too. It has too much rise to it. It hits this. You'd have to get like a taller handlebar clamp. All right, so that doesn't work. It might work with the stock bars, but whatever. I don't want a freaking cafe racer style Redshift though. All right. It's kind of cool looking though. Okay, I don't know how much I got it on video, but 20 minutes later, handlebars are on there with all the controls and stuff. Okay, I have to make sure it's the right, or I have to make sure the bar is the right way I want it. So I got to sit on it real quick and make sure the bar is, you know, do I want it more forward, more back, that type of thing. And then I have to rotate the controls so I can use them. Okay. And then after that, we put the handguards back on. It's definitely taller than it was before. Yeah, it's much taller. Okay, so I'm gonna go play around with it and then try to get it situated, and then and yeah, we're pretty much done. All right, and then put the handguards back on. Hopefully the handguards fit good. I'm worried. All right. Also, another thing I want to point out is it's a good thing I took a picture of the handlebar before I removed it, because I literally forgot. I tried to put I tried to put this upside down. I tried to put this upside down. I almost put this upside down too. So yeah, it's tough. Oh look, this is wrapped around the handlebar. Maybe I might want to take that out again. Yeah, I think this should be in the back, right, instead of twirling around there. So I gotta fix that. Yeah, we gotta make sure all the cables are going the right places. I gotta hook up the throttle still, but I wanted to make sure everything is the right orientation first. Okay, so we'll figure out where everything goes first, lock everything down, and put the handguards on, and we should be good to go. All right. All right, let's make it here. There it is. It's all set up. All right, I made sure the mirrors are adjusted properly. You know, it's kind of weird looking now. The handguards aren't straight anymore. They're going down at an angle like that. I don't know if that's good or not, but the handlebars are definitely much taller than they were before. Right? It's kind of like, I don't like that handlebar right there. see how tall that is? Yeah. It's probably pretty similar to that. So as a result, it'd probably be more comfortable for me to stand. All right, if I needed to stand for long periods of time when riding. Not really on a supermoto, that's what I want to say. But yeah, for off-road, I think it's better for me because I'm 5'10". Okay, so I'm kind of on the tall side. That's what I want to say. So a taller handlebar would be better for me. But I didn't really have any complaints about the height with the other one. Are the adjusters easier to reach to? Not really. It's still hard to get to, guys. Yeah, it's just right there, man. You can get to it. You have to really stick your finger in there, man. But yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay. I still have to torque these, but everything else is tightened. All right. Brake is there. Brake seems, yeah, the brake reservoir is going to be a little higher now. Let's do a, I haven't put the zip ties on. There was 4 zip ties on the handlebar, but we'll do a lock test, all right, steering test, just to make sure nothing binds, all right? And it looks like we're good, okay? Oh, I put a little bumper thing on this. See, there's a little bumper there. I didn't put one on the other side. I was like, that's weird. Why does one side feel much more harsh than the other? It's because it's got that bumper thing there. And I think I might add one to that then. I'll add one right here. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's good. I might need to play around with the bars a little bit. I tilted them forward a little bit, so they're kind of pointing straight up. I felt like that's how it should be, type of thing. All right, all the controls are where they should be. Okay, got the ram mount right here. Reservoir's here. It looks like it's pretty level, actually. It's really good. Okay, I spaced the brake lever out as far left as possible so I can get some good leverage on it. I really need really good leverage with these brakes, man. They brake really good. Okay, and then yeah, these are all the controls on this side. So let's make sure I can reach everything. We did the lock test already. Okay. And yeah, so that should be good. I think no problem with the brake line. All right, this should go up. All right, it's actually all the way down right now because we're on a stand. So yeah, I think we should be good. Cool. So all we got to do is put a zip tie. Put zip ties right here. Okay, like one right here, I think, where one was, and I think the other one was like right here or something. I don't even want to put the zip ties. Does it look like I really need to put the zip ties, guys? Maybe I'll just put one here, and then we'll put one right, like right here. So we'll just put 2 instead of 4. I feel that's better. All right, so let's take a look at it from the front again. All right, definitely taller, definitely more sweep to it. All right, but it didn't look that tall. It didn't look that tall when you got the bars side by side, man. But once you get it on there, all right, it definitely is narrower too. All right, it's narrower by 1.5 inches, so that's a big difference. All right, there's more sweep back, it's taller, and it's narrower. Hopefully that's gonna be the magic combination for Hades Omega, man. That's what I want to say. Okay, yeah, so there it is. So in the next clip, we'll go take it out for a ride. It's pretty dark. It's dark right now, and I don't got, I have to get my gear on. So when I get a chance, we'll go when I come back from like a DoorDash or something, we'll go out and take it for a spin around the neighborhood, and I'll give you guys, let you guys know if I feel any better. If it feels any better, worse, you know, maybe it needs to be adjusted a little more, that type of thing. Okay, but yep, there it is. There she is, a little taller, looks kind of more like a dirt bike now. Again, I did kind of like the look with the straighter lower bar, but I'm like, yeah, it wasn't doing it for me ergonomically, so we'll go with this. Okay, so in the next clip, we'll go take it out for a spin. All right. Hey, it's Mega here, and so it's about pretty much a year into the future. All right, I shot that video in September 2023, and it's now July 2024. So I'm sure I have a video of me riding the bike somewhere and telling you how it feels and everything, but spoilers, that I wound up changing my handlebars like 3 times already. So okay, but anyway, so this is the first time I changed it, and yeah, my buddy Errol hooked me up with those bars, so you know, didn't hurt, you know. So here's what I thought about those bars, okay guys. Yes, they were taller, all right, and so that was basically the reason why I got rid of them. Okay, but I liked them. They were narrow. It did make handling the bike easier for me, you know, and yeah, so I did like it, but the problem was they were too tall. Okay, so I wound up, spoilers, I wound up going with a lower bar for the next one. All right, but and ultimately we went, well, I don't want to spoil it for you. Okay, you'll have to watch my vlogs. All right, so but yeah, this is just kind of like for entertainment purposes, sort of, kind of. All right, and just, you know, what I thought about my tuning for this bike. All right, and most of the tuning is just, you know, ergonomics. I've had the hardest time trying to get this bike to handle the way I want it to handle. All right, and in the end, at the end, it takes like a suspension adjustment to do it. All right, but yeah, you'll have to follow along on Alta Redshift SM39's journey. That's what I'm saying. All right, but anyway, yeah. So I liked them. I used them for a couple Supermoto races. I'm sure I used it for DoorDash and stuff. DoorDash has been kind of shitty lately, so I haven't really used the Redshift for DoorDash. Yeah, I've just been racing with it lately, but yeah, for racing, I thought it was good. The problem is on race launches, okay, race launches or drag race launches. So we did Supermoto races and drag races with it, and I noted that, yeah, with the bars high like that, the front starts to lift. All right, and like, because your weight is higher now, right? So before it's lower, you can kind of, you know, get over the bars a little better, and so it made it a lot worse. So that's what I noted, that launching was a lot harder. Okay, and that is one of the Alta Redshift's strong suits. All right, it's one of its advantages is that it has whole shot power. Okay, and if the front comes up like that, the power is going up and not out, right? So you want to keep your bike going forward, not going up. All right, if you're wheeling, the power is going in the wrong direction, guys. All right, that's the gist of it. And the only thing you could really do is either hope it comes back down, or let off on the throttle so the front comes down, or yeah, I guess you could give it some rear brake too at the same time. So there's a lot of things you could do, but I wanted it so it was like, before, when it was stock, it was super easy to launch. All right, I didn't have to worry about tire spin all that much, or popping wheelies. All right, so and we don't need to pop wheelies on the race starts. All right, that's what you don't want to do. Okay, so that's the reason why ultimately in the end I got rid of it. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog, this Alta Redshift SM39 vlog. That is the vlog for the Protaper ATV high bars. Okay, so I did like them. I still have them. I could probably put them back on, but you'll just have to see what happens in the next video. All right, all right. So the next video will be Hades Omega installs the Protaper CR high bend bars. Was it high? Yeah, I think it was high bend bars. All right. So CR high. which is another very popular handlebar. Okay. All right. See you then. Thanks for watching. Hayes Make Out.